Today's video has a little bit of a setup to it. So if you don't have the patience for that kind of thing, then you can go ahead and skip ahead. The video chapters are down below. In preparing for this video, I went ahead and was looking through the comments because I'm getting ready to get into that today. And I stumbled upon one comment that I hadn't seen. Now understand, I don't see all of your comments when they're posted. There are a lot of comments that come through and I can't get to all of them. Most of you are very understanding about that. I thank you. And I saw one that I had not seen before. I went and I read it, and it's a short comment. Let me get my phone and I'm going to read it to you because I put it on my phone. So this is what it says. Could you edit the N-word out of the title? It is extremely offensive and triggering to persons of color. Thank you. Now, what this individual was talking about was this thumbnail here, and they didn't like the title of the video. So apparently they must have been going through their feed, or it must have showed up on the side and they saw the word and decided that it was important enough for them to make that comment, even though they probably don't even play tabletop RPGs. This is just somebody doing random stuff, being word police on YouTube, trying to ask in a very passive aggressive way. If you're actually looking at the comment and getting it, don't think that I'm lost on how they approached me in the comment. And trying to tell me the words that I should use on my channel. Now, even though that in and of itself is offensive, I took some time to think about it. And I must have thought about it at least, oh gosh, at least half a second to a full second before I responded. This is what I said. No, it stays for a reason, which I've already laid out in my videos. If it's offensive, that would be on you. Happy gaming. This comment inspired me. It inspired me so much that I used that very same thumbnail and a twist on the title and just a different image of me pretty much doing the same thing with some different images of some different tabletop RPGs in the back. What's amazing to me with these people is that y'all couldn't go back and listen to things or even read things from people like Frederick Douglass, Booker T. Washington, Dr. Martin Luther King, Malcolm X. Y'all couldn't handle it because they use the word constantly. And they don't use that other slur that we use today. Even other Negroes use it against each other, which is ridiculous. That's offensive and that's triggering. Oh, but nobody wants to be offensive and triggered by that. Oh, but maybe they do. But now they want to expand it to all kinds of words because now apparently we got word police. But like I said in that comment, that would be on you. But I do want to thank that commenter because they inspired me to make that whole new thumbnail and to keep it because I know that now it's having the very effect I want it to have. So thank you very much. So today we're going to get into our second part. I guess this would be part 2 of the Negro experience in tabletop RPGs, even though it says American Negro, and I am assuming there, right? I'm assuming it's American Negro with a lot of these comments. It may not be, but it sounds like it is. So if I am incorrect, please correct me down in the comments below if you are one of the people whose comment I've read. But we are going to get into the Negro experience in tabletop RPG culture. But instead of me talking about it, I'm going to let other Negroes in the space talk about it themselves. And that way, you don't have to get mad at me and get triggered by what I say. You can just get triggered by what they say. Hey, if there's anything, you can't say that I'm not going about just spreading the love. So I'm spreading the love to other people and their experiences in the tabletop RPG culture. This might be a little bit of a long video. You can skip through and whatever, but let's get into the first one. But before we get into this first one, I just want to encourage you that if you enjoy these videos, you enjoy what I'm doing here and what I'm trying to accomplish here on the channel, then go ahead and consider joining the LEET Squad today. The LEET Squad gets exclusive contents and giveaways and some other things that is only available to those who are deep into being RPG elite, or at least are strong supporters of the channel and what I'm trying to accomplish here. The link to join the LEET Squad is going to be down in the description below. It'll be the first one that you see. So let's get started with the first comment and the Negro experience, tentatively the American Negro experience in tabletop RPGs. This first comment comes to us from, now it's either Urels or Urelis. So bruh, let me know a little something, cause if I messed it up, just let me know. And he's commented on more than one of my videos, but this comment is, I had to read it. It's a little bit long in the tooth. Again, this video might be a little long for you guys, but I just want to go through and have these guys heard. So you can skip ahead. Again, video chapters are down below, but I'm reading his whole comment because it's just indicative of what I'm talking about here on this channel. So this is what he says. Man, I ran into a meme group in Facebook called Chaotic Good, the game I refuse to mention by name on this channel, memes. I figured I'd see some funny, positive jokes based on happy stuff in the game that I refuse to mention by name on this channel. Got into the group and it was a pro-LGBT, woke, trans, diversity, all the extremists checkboxes. Okay, well, I can't say it any better than that, so let's continue. They had a post praising the company I refuse to name on this channel for changing orcs due to them representing Black people. I posted my disagreement about it and how it was a mockery and racist to associate us to orcs in the first place. We are clearly Dragonborn, duh. See, now I love how he even has that levity as he's going through and telling us his experience here. But this is where we take a little turn for the worse. But these people came out in droves with ad hominem attacks, white women referring to me as lost or Uncle Tom, etc. Now, I don't know if you saw one of my videos, my latest videos, but say thank you when they call you Uncle Tom. So if anybody ever calls you Uncle Tom, say, hey, thank you, I appreciate that. Love, much love. Okay, now go read a book. Let's continue. People assuming I'm full-on evil conservative. What was even worse is that the people in the group referred to themselves as chaotic good in real life. These people, mostly white women, stated that I couldn't be virtuous or chaotic good because I had a conservative viewpoint on things. Is that right? Oh, now they're the arbiters of what is good and evil. I got it. Let's see what else they had to say. It was the most absurd, cult-like logic I had ever seen in any Facebook group. And to be fair, that's not logic. That's not logic at all. That's not even thinking at all. That's just reacting. That's just talking. There's no logic in that. Let's keep moving. And I have seen 3% pages, pro-Confederate groups, and blatant white supremacist groups that made more sense than these people, which goes to what I just said, not logic. Let's keep going. The people in this chaotic good group swore I wouldn't last long because I would be triggered by all their virtuous deeds and good thinking as opposed to my bad conservative thought. It seems like I've seen that word trigger somewhere before, just recently. Mind you, I'm politically neutral, Black first, positioned individual in my politics. Well, we would disagree on that because I most certainly am not. But we can disagree on that and still be cool. Let's move on. These people were just stereotyping me because I found their diversity stance on race in these games offensive and patronizing. And on that, I am going to say, yay and amen. Now listen now, I'm not saying this. He said it. I'm just saying, passing around the love here, but he's not done. Let's keep going. You are so correct in stating that these people with these mindsets are embracing evil. There were people that were so triggered when I said that, especially on Reddit. When I said that these people were evil, they lost their cotton picking minds. You want to offend these people? Call them what they are. Call them evil. I mean, everyone's evil, but some people are more so because they call evil good and good evil. And that's a special kind of sinister, deep evil. And this is what these people do. Let me let Urellis or Urels, or however you say it, bro, help me out. Let him continue. The treatment I get online by people aligned this way is far worse than anything in real life. Even New Jersey cops treat me with more respect. Shoot, I get along with the police. I've had it come in my house, stayed and talked for a good long minute. Every time the police come to my house, they stay for like a half hour, 45 minutes. We just sit and we chill. I ask questions and we talk about things because they're just human beings, just like anybody else. They have a job to do, and that is to protect us as citizens. And not all cops are going to be great, but I would argue the vast majority of them are out there trying to do their jobs and putting their lives on the line to try to do that for the populace. But see, when we talk about these people and I say these things and we say woke ideology, I'm going to say this from, and again, you would have to look at it from the worldview that I'm looking at it. And I'm going to explain in detail what I mean by that, because somebody asked me in the comments, what do you mean by woke? I'm going to tell you what I mean by woke, and I'm going to tell you why it is, and here's what I wanted to say, is from the pit of hell and it smells like smoke. And there is no if, ands, or buts about it. Now again, that would be from the worldview that I'm coming from. And that's going to come in a future video next month, February 2023. It is coming, and you will find out why I would say something so direct and probably so triggering. It is because that's what it is. And I know people who say the same thing and they don't even have my worldview. So there you have it, folks. That's just one Negro and their experience in the tabletop RPG culture and how they have had exchanges with the Malays that have come in and infected the culture. But keep doing what you're doing. Don't you dare back down. Do not back down. And I'm saying that not just to Urellis or Urels, but all of y'all. Don't you dare back down. Okay, we're doing this because it's an art form. It's supposed to be fun, and they wanted to make this into something entirely different. Don't you dare give up, and don't you dare give in. And listen, I am a face in this culture, but I will take the hits. I just took a hit from my last video where I talked about uncomfortable things, and about 30, 40 people hit the unsubscribe button. I'm not lying. And guess what? As I said, I'm going to say it again. It's going to continue to happen because I'm not stopping, and neither should you. This one here is from DK110773. Change that name. I'm just messing with you, bro. But you probably do need to change that. I mean, make it a little bit something, unique or whatever. This is from my video, 4 Reasons Why Black People Don't Play Tabletop RPGs, the most popular video on my channel by far and above, by far. And this is what he says. Hey, just wanted to thank you for making this video. I started playing in 1986, and like yourself, I'm almost always the only black person at the table. Not until maybe a few years ago, you didn't see people of color represented in TTRPGs. In fact, the very first black character I ever saw was Harmonious Jade on the cover of the Exalted 1E core book. And yeah, there's a stigma in the black community because TTRPGs are considered a game for white people only, which of course is nonsense. Whenever I put a new game together, I try my best to find people of color. Okay, what does that mean? That phrase is, go and watch my other videos, please. Please go and watch my other videos on the myth of race, both of them. Watch them in full. Change your mindset, get out of that programming, please. This people of color thing, we just debunked that to the highest degree. Let's just keep going, okay? But man, it is hard. I would love to play more games with more people like myself, but we still have a long way to go. Anyway, I much appreciate the content and hope to see this gain more traction. I've recently created a Facebook group called POCs for RPGs with the hope of getting more of us into the hobby. I understand what you're trying to do, and I think it is a noble thing. I really do. But you really need to not use their phrases and not be afraid to use better phrases. I'm just saying. Those things, and maybe it's just me and my pet peeve, but I'm just not going to use those things. It's so general. It goes nowhere. It really seeks more to divide us. It's just not it's not good. It's not good. Get out of that programming. Again, go watch those 2 videos. Let me know if it's cool with you if I post the link here. Thank you, sir. No, it's not cool. Though I do appreciate what it is that you're trying to do, but I don't want that. And here I have a specific thing and I haven't seen it and I don't know what it's about. And already I don't like the title. So it's nothing. And you know, that's nothing personal, right? Because I think what you're doing is noble. And I just think that you just need to get out of a little bit of that programming. That's what I believe. But I think what you're doing, you're on the right track. You're definitely on the right track. This next comment comes to us from Amethyst Wave, and this is from The Myth of the White and Black Race, Part 2. And this is what she says. And again, these comments are, I love it when you guys give me content. I have so much content, it's crazy. Let's get into her comment because she says some great things in this one. Growing up as I did, a black woman in a black neighborhood who went to school that's centered around Afrocentric studies, you'd be hard pressed to find somebody not referencing the likes of Malcolm X, Martin Luther King Jr., Maya Angelou, and Langston Hughes at some point. And this is true because I went to one of those schools when I was in elementary school. So I know. Having learned about these people makes me proud of who I am, but above all else, there's one particular MLK quote that comes to my mind and has greatly shaped most of my approach to life. You want to know which one that is? She actually quotes it. I'll let MLK say it though.
I have a dream. My 4 little children will one day live in a nation where they will not be judged by the color of their skin, but by the content of their character.
Yeah. Let's continue. Recognizing that a person's skin color and the way that has shaped their experiences in life is important. But at the end of the day, when it comes to deciding who I let into my life, bingo. At the end of the day, you have control over who you will let into your life. And the people who you surround yourself with will do one of 2 things. They will take you up or they will take you down. They're like elevators. So make sure that you hang around people that will take you up, and the people who will take you down, just pass them right on by. I'm going to continue. It always comes down to how each person treats other people around them. With all that being said, growing up as a shy, fat girl into animation and other nerdy things, most of my friends have been exclusively Caucasian or Hispanic people, with the other African American kids bullying me more often than not. I'm going to let that one sink in. I went through the same thing. went through the same thing. And it wasn't even at an all Negro school. I went through the same thing outside, or they tried to, outside of school. That didn't go off so well, but they tried. These are the experiences. Now, everybody's experience is not going to be the same. It's not ubiquitous, but it's worth noting. And here she is sharing her heart, and it's worth listening to. I've never felt more unusual and more alien than I did around those who society tells me are, quote, my people. And that's always been baffling and difficult to think about. In the unlikely event that I give birth to a child who's a lot like me, I pray they never have to grow up feeling this way. Oh man, you and me both, honey. Under for real. Because this is where we're at. And this stuff has infected the tabletop RPG community. And we're just expected to take it. Now, let me say something about people who push like woke ideology and all the rest of this crazy stuff. Some of these people may think, understand something, they may actually think that they're doing good. But when somebody tells them that they're not, and then tries to explain it to them, they try to yell them down. Instead of trying to have like a lucid, calm exchange, they try to yell them down. And like in Eurelis' case, I'm gonna say it like that for right now. They will call them all kinds of names. That's how they operate. Again, these are a special kind of evil, because these are the same individuals who call evil good and good evil, and you can't even have a conversation with them, which is why you got to come off, strong, right? You got to put them on blast, and it's just going back and forth. Now, I don't put them on blast unless it has something to do with the content on this channel. Otherwise, I ignore them because, as I said, they're less than zero in terms of importance in my life. So if I have to deal with them, I deal with them at that point, and then I just move on. And this is what I suggest all of you do. Don't get all too embroiled in their stuff, all right? Deal with them as you have to, but then move on about your business and do what you know is the good thing to do. Because most people know what is right on a general level. We do. We don't do it, and we don't do it all the time, but most people know it. But these people are trying to twist everything around. And that's why they're deep kind of evil. And again, it might be because they just don't know no better. It might be because they're just so programmed because they've had nothing else in their lives. There's a lot of different reasons why this would be the case. It doesn't make it less so that what they're doing and the ideology they are pushing is exactly what I've called it. You can't win for losing, but I just want you guys to know their experiences in tabletop RPGs. Not mine, theirs. Hey, if you like this video, y'all, I want you guys to go ahead and crush the like button. I know some of y'all is triggered, some of y'all is mad, and some of y'all are going to vote with your subscription. That's right, that's fine, do your thing. Some of y'all will be like, yo, I'm still in this to win it. And if you are in it to win it and you're not part of the YouTube LEET Squad, then go ahead and consider subscribing today. Hit the notification bell as well. And I do have a question of the vid. I most certainly do. The question of the vid is this. Now, I'm not going to make this exclusively for Negroes, even though this is what this is about. Have you either had similar situations happen to you as a Negro or as one that is not a Negro? And how did you handle the situation? Did you handle it like Eurelis and all the rest of them? How'd you handle it? What do you think about the things that I've said here on the channel today? What do you think about the things that the others have said about their experiences? Let me know down in the comments below. I'd love to hear from you. I know that's probably several questions of the vid, but you guys get the general gist of what I'm saying. Okay, gotta do my snaggle push.
So exit, stage left.
Oh yeah, we're gonna continue in part 2 next time. because I didn't get a chance to get through all 7. That means we got, what, 4 more to go through on the next one? So extra content. I love extra content, y'all. Hey, brother, just gonna do his thing. I'm gonna be like James Brown.
Fellas, I'm ready to get up and do my thing.
Just like that, y'all. So, peace, 5,000 leets. And if you got a game this week, hey, I hope it's a fantastic RPG Elite session. And if you want to see more videos about that N-word, then you can always go over here and watch them. So, peace and hair grease, 5,000 leets. Hey, brothers out.